Welcome, guys, to game two of the last week between the puddings and the Pockys, rather. It's game two of the day, but these teams will have one more game after this to end their season. So this is going to be their 11th game out of 12. So starting off on defense, we got Team Pocky, who will not be playing their captain today. Instead, we'll have Flare, Minecrafter, Paranormal, Nick, who's subbing in for Tenor. This is the first time he has played in quite a while, and Cryptic. And on the other side, on attack, we have Doggo, Yen, Sticky Joe, their captain, Toby, and Dawn playing today. So right off the bat, the thing that I noticed is that Kudans is not going to be playing today. Kudans has had the best performance in Team Pudding so far. Close to Doggo, but to not see him playing today in such a crucial game, a must-win game almost for them, is quite surprising to see. Now, to give you guys a breakdown of how things work out, Pop-Tarts won today against the Puffs earlier, which means that if the Puddings want a chance to not be fourth going into the playoffs, they have to win this one. Because if they lose this one, they still can potentially get third place, but it is impossible for them to go second place. And so if they still want to fight for that second place spot after the Puffs, then they have to win this one. And to do it without Hudons is definitely a very tall task for them. But if there's any consolation with them, is that Nick usually does not play with this team. It's usually Tenor, and plus Emmy usually plays instead of Flare. So this change in lineup might cause Team Pocky to be slightly less coordinated, which is something that maybe Team Pudding can use to their advantage. But regardless, let's see how these two teams fare against each other. Now, Team Pockys here, if they win this, they are guaranteed not to be fourth. So they are guaranteed either second or third. If the Pop-Tarts win tomorrow and they lose, then they will have a tiebreaker against Pop-Tarts. If they win tomorrow against Team Puffs, then they are guaranteed second place, and Pop-Tarts will get third and Puddings will get fourth. So for Team Pocky, they can give up one game, but in the, worst case scenario where they lose both games, it is still possible for them to get fourth place, as they are gonna have to go up against the Puddings or the Pop-Tarts for the fourth place tiebreaker. Alright, so starting off, it looks like Team Pudding is going for a fast push here with Doggo leading the charge, and just like that, Team Pocky is giving up the C side. Para will be able to get one on Yen before getting traded out by Dawn. Cryptic is going to push through here, sees Uyuv, but Uyuv gets the better of him right there. A very uncharacteristic miss there from Cryptic. Flare managed to trade it out, but Doggo picks off Nick, and now it's down to a 1v3 between Flare and the rest of Team Pudding, and it looks like Dawn will not let it happen. So Team Pudding off to a solid start there, being able to get seat sight so quickly, but that's actually quite surprising to see. Now, one thing that I have to note is that Doggo here has been the king of Viper ever since he started playing this game, pretty much. And so now with the buff to Viper, I think Team Puddings is utilizing this new agent the best. Well, not a new agent, but agent with newfound powers. And so I think the Viper buff definitely buffed Team Pudding indirectly, and you can see how effective he was using that to block off many sightlines to allow them to get easy C take right there. Nick is going to be hiding in this corner, will get picked off by Doggo though. It looks like Doggo is going to be leading charge here, will not pay off against Para, as Para and Cryptic just mow them down, forcing even though they lost the first round, and that's definitely surprising to see. Minecrafter will force as well, so they are putting everything in the basket, and I don't know if Team Pudding got too greedy there, because Team Pudding decided not to force, where, nowadays it's very common to see the winning team in pistol round to force. Had that they forced as well, I think they would have won that fight, and if they had won that fight, then they can go into the bonus round feeling confident that they're gonna win that round as well. But instead, because Team Pocky forced, not only are they able to tie it up, but now they're the one that's having the better economy. They're the one that's on the bonus round here, and now it's all up to Team Pudding to bring this one back. Doggo will lead the charge with the Phantom. We'll push out, but Cryptic is just gonna hold still in this corner. Looks like Cryptic is interested in pushing. We'll be able to get Dawn. Oh no, that's huge. Cryptic is gonna push out for more. We'll get one more. Will he be able to get Dawn there though? Yen, sorry. Looks like he won't be able to, but Doggo on B side will be able to get 2 there. He will get tagged down. We'll be able to see Cryptic, but Cryptic just absolutely annihilated Doggo along with his team there, getting the 4 kills. Nikian and Flare not even needed there. So Yen so far, I feel like his Jet has had mixed results. There has been times when his Jet just looks absolutely solid, but it looks like today he has not really been performing. And someone that we definitely do want to see perform more is Toby. I feel like Toby is definitely more than a capable player. It's just that she hasn't really been able to step it up recently for her team, but they definitely need to do it today if they want a win against teams such as the Pockys, who have been looking, you know, nothing short of amazing recently. Yen is going to charge through, will die to Cryptic, but Cryptic will get traded out by Doggo. But Para in a very nice tight corner here. We'll see Sticky Joe, but Sticky Joe has been on point with his gunfights today. Now Minecrafter's gonna push through. Here's Doggo spraying. Ooh, his crosshair placement is just slightly too high. Of course, he can't see what we can. But will he get anything here? So it looks like Team Pudding has been playing the C site to perfection right now, and Team Pocky have just given up the C site way too easily. Doggo is going to peek through. Oh, he's gonna get caught out with the snake bite. Unlucky timing. Uyuf gets picked off as well, and so now it's all just down to Dawn, and Dawn will not be able to do anything. Minecrafter will just put up the wall because why not? And Nikian will close that one out with 2 kills of his own. So despite just joining the team for the first time in a long time, he is still able to get the 2 kills there and provide some to pull his weight for the team. And yeah, Team Pocky, despite giving up that first pistol round, it looks like they have been absolutely clean, and Team Pudding will have to start scraping the barrel here for their money to get their buys going. I'm not sure if they're forcing here. It looks like 2 players are going to force, whereas the rest is going to save, and so now their economy is looking kind of wonky, but I think they are going to try to take a page out of Team Pocky's book by forcing around that they shouldn't be forcing. Question is it gonna work out to the same success though? Not to say that the Puddings are a bad team, but ooh, Cryptic got the flank here. But they definitely don't have the type of firepower and the gun fight prowess that Team Pocky has, you know, with Cryptic and Para, players who have been doing really well recently. Cryptic went really aggressive there, got met by a firing squad, will die, but not before killing off Toby. Flare manages to get Doggo there through the smoke with an insane crosshair placement to be able to catch him off. And so now it's all just down to Yen and Sticky Joe. Sticky Joe is going to ult back of sight, but he's not going to be expecting Flare. Flare with a very clutch round, getting 1 kill with the utility and 1 kill with his gun to bring his total to 3 in that round. And Team Pocky today just came out to play. Every single player is performing insanely well. Flare, this is definitely something that we did not see in their last game against the Pop-Tarts, I believe. And so this is definitely a very good surprise. Flare is someone that I think is you know, a very good player who has just not really been showing up in CVL, but today it looks like it is his day, and that's such a good news for Team Pocky because it seems like they don't even need him, but with him popping off as well, I think they are trying to speed run through this game right now. Interesting decision for them to just leave B open. Cryptic's aggression this time around will get punished finally, and Toby will be able to shut down Para, and so now it's all down to the rest of Team Pocky. Minecrafter gets 3 or 2 rather, but Yen trades it out with 2 of his own, and now it's all just down to Flare. Let's see if he can get any more here. He has been popping off, but even this is a tall task for someone like him. So let's see what they can do. His turret does spot one, and Dawn will just shoot it down. So it looks like this time around he's just going to be saving here. Does he still want to go for this? This is definitely a very brash decision by him. He spots Sticky Joe, but Sticky Joe is just too clean today. And his shots will just stick to his head, all pun intended. Yeah, I think Team Pocky right now, their defense is looking a little bit sus, for lack of a better word. I think they are giving up sites too easily. I know this is something that the pros have been doing, but that's because they have a lot of coordination and their retaking ability is phenomenal. But unfortunately, Team Pocky, as good as they are not pro, and so I don't like to see them give up sight that easily. Now I do like walls here, the wall here, and I like that they're contesting sight a bit more. You know, sending para help. Doggo will peek through. Oh, Uyuf gets spotted, but it looks like Sticky Joe is the one that's going to pick off Para. Instead, Cryptic will push out, get one once more, but will not get much else. And so now, question is, what are they going to do here? Flare is in an amazing position. And Flare hears everything. He has all the info. He's going to swing. Oh, he's scared. He is going to swing. Sprays will get one. Will he get any more here? Oh my gosh. Doggo, on the other hand, will get two to his name though, but Nikian will be able to pick off Yen. Flare gets Dawn, and now it's all just down to Doggo in his lonesome. Let's see what he can do here. I think Flare has an idea of where he is, but the problem is I don't think Doggo has Spike. So Spike is dropped, and the turret is still active, which means that Doggo can't go through mid, otherwise he's gonna die. The turret is finally down. Question is, does he want to shoot this? Oh, Nick is exposed. Oh, the turret's back live. With that shot, I think they know, Team Pocky knows exactly where the players are coming from. Doggo is just going to miss everything, and Nick is going to close it out. So despite looking good for Team Pudding right off the bat, you know, getting the man advantage, it looks like Team Pockies are able to bring it back. And yeah, overall, right now, they are just playing to perfection. I mean, they did give up 2 rounds due to poor sight control, but other than that, I feel like they've been winning the individual gun duels, and it seems like Doggo and Sticky Joe primarily has to work overtime in order to you know, scrape some rounds together for their team. Flare is going to peek out, oh, super aggressively. Will get a lot of info, but he decided to stay, and that's definitely not the smart play there. So finally Flare blunders, which forces the rest of Team Pocky to rotate here. Doggo is going to push through. He is low, so this is definitely not over yet for Team Pocky in this round. But right now, I think if your team if your team Pudding, I think rotating here would be the right call. Nick is going to push through. We'll see Dawn will fire and gets him, and so now Yen and Uyuf is going to be stuck here. Yen's going to push through. We'll be able to get Nick at least. So at least they dislodged this this pincer move by Pocky. But now Minecrafter read this perfectly and knows exactly where Team Pudding is planning to go. And so now, even though Team Pudding got to see, I think they're going to have a false sense of security right now. Okay, Yen spots Minecrafter, but Minecrafter will be able to shut Team Pudding down. And so Team Pudding looked good there for a second, you know, with Yen getting the picks there, but Minecrafter is just too good. And yeah, like, to reiterate how well Team Pocky has been doing, right now, their star players don't even need to pop off for them to have a 6-2 half, and this already means that they win the half. And for Team Pocky, a team that is so dominant on attacking round, for them to have 6 rounds, that's huge. And if you're Team Pudding, you're definitely worried, because even though, yes, Team Pudding is a defensive-sided team, I'm not, they haven't really had much success in defending against Team Pocky's attacks. Cryptic, I think this time around they are going to be more ready for him. This has been a little bit more predictable. Nick will be able to pick off Toby here. Okay, Cryptic will peek through. Unfortunately, Dawn will miss here, but Sticky Joe will trade it out. Minecrafter will get one though, traded out once again by Yen. Yen will finish off Para as well, so now it's down to a 2v2. This doesn't look too bad for Team Pudding actually. think Team Pudding might still be able to clutch this out. The question is, where do they want to go? Doggo gets spotted and will get taken down by Nick. Flare takes down Yen. And so Team Pocky will win the half for sure, guaranteeing themselves a lead going into the next half and clutching their 7th round. Not only is that their 7th round, that's their 3rd round in a row, which means that even though Team Pudding has a pretty big loss bonus advantage, they have to start winning rounds, because now it's not just about the economy, it's about how many rounds they get to play with in the next half. Because if they continue to give up rounds, and let's say if this goes to a 10-2 half, then this is suddenly going to be a very, very difficult game for Team Pudding. But with that, Doggo manages to pick off Flare, but Para trades it out though. And so now it's down to a 4v4. Doggo unfortunately gets picked off by Minecrafter, and so now it's just up to the rest of Team Pudding and see what they can do here. Minecrafter will get picked off by Dawn at least, so that's a good trade, but Cryptic is already behind, and being able to pick off Toby here and getting through the tripwire. Now it's all just down to Sticky Joe. Make that only Dawn, as Dawn is stuck in this cubby and they know exactly where he's at. Dawn will spray through, but it looks like he is going to pick off Cryptic. Can Nick finish this off? And the answer is yes. So even though it kind of looked good there for a second for Team Pudding, I don't think they can get much else. And right now Team Pocky is just absolutely rolling over Team Pudding, and seems like Team Pudding has no answer to Team Pocky's defense. And, you know, despite giving up those 2 rounds, it looks like Team Pocky has cracked the code really quickly and rebounded from their early losses. Para this time around is still going to be sticking with the op, and he's going to be holding it on A. And I do like them having Cryptic on the C side, because it allows Cryptic to get aggressive here, and Para sees many people coming, so I think he's going to start going on the lurk. As we can see there, Toby gets spotted. Para with a very uncharacteristic miss though, but now Toby, what is she gonna do? She's stuck here. So it looks like she is going to get detained here, but it looks like Team Pocky is just going to let that one go. Nick is looking for it. Will he find Toby here? Looks like he's gonna find Toby, but not in time. But doesn't matter, as Toby is still picked off. But Yen and Sticky Joe though manages to get 1 each, but Minecrafter will not let them get any more than that. The lurks are just super fast for Team Pocky, and that forces Team Pudding to go you know, a little bit more decisive. And I think that's something that Team Pudding has had problems with, is their decisiveness. I feel like, you know, due to the lack of leadership and a duelist who's willing to open up sites, they're playing a lot slower, and you cannot play slow against teams like this, because Team Pocky will go on the flank faster, you know, before you can even say the word flank. That's just how aggressive they are, and if you're not there in time, you're basically, you know, the round's basically over for you. Para manages to pick off Yen. But let's see what else he can do here. Para's going to go for the re-peek, and Dawn is thinking about this. We'll go for it, but we'll get picked off. Doggo gets picked off by Cryptic as well. Make that 2 for Cryptic, and now it's all just down to Sticky Joe. What can Sticky Joe do here? Gets a nice flick there on Cryptic, but will not get much else as Nick shuts him down. So Team Pocky will finish this half with a 10-2 lead. And right now, I don't see a way for Team Pudding to bring this back. They have to just focus, you know, 1 round at a time, and know that they are able to play defense, and this is what they're known for. This is something that, you know, Toby as a Sentinel player, as well as Doggo as a controller, is good at. So hopefully we see them do well here. I think Dawn and Yen, you know, being new members to this team, is definitely struggling as well. Plus Sticky Joe usually does not really play with this team too much. So I feel like there's not that good of a coordination here. Whereas if we compare it to, you know, the first week of CVL, where they are, you know, in their prime, they had Doggo, Yen, Toby, Mega, and I forgot who they're, and Uyu. So right now they only have 3 of those members, but losing Mega is definitely hurting them quite a bit. Now Doggo will push through here, gets tagged really low, but he's going to peek, will be able to pick off Cryptic. Now that's huge, that's a good start. So despite being low, he manages to get that one, but Team Pocky is already on the rotate, and Dawn is going to be rotating back to B here, but question is he going to arrive in time? He's going to peek through, will not find anything, and Flare is just running, full on towards C. I think soon he's going to realize that there's no one here. Para is in an amazing position to catch up flanks here. And now Dawn's going to push through, will get picked off. That's a very clean headshot, and I think Toby knows where Para is, but question is, what can he do? Oh, that's a great double peek from Team Pudding, but neither of them can get anything. In fact, if any, it's Para who's being able to get Sticky Joe, and gets one more on Toby before getting traded off. So now it's all just down to Yen and Doggo, but Doggo is also tagged low. And so what can they really do here? I don't think there's much that they can do. Nick knows exactly where one of them is, will be able to get Doggo, and now it's all just down to Duelist player. Unfortunately, he will not be able to get anything. Nick with 12 kills here, coming back looking fresh as ever, as if he's been playing with this team for a very, very long time. And Cryptic just leading the charge with 18 kills. It's absolutely insane. You know, right now there's a debate as to whether the Pockys are better or the Puffs are better. These two are definitely juggernauts, and we are going to see them play tomorrow, so that's going to be really exciting. But right now, especially with Gio out of the lineup, Kunai has been slumping a little bit. It does look like the Pockys are the scarier team. I don't know if Tenor or Emmy is going to play tomorrow, but the fact that they don't even have to use their best lineup to win is just absolutely insane. And Team Pudding is no joke. Like, they definitely know how to play. So the fact that Team Pocky can make light work of Team Pudding is just absolutely huge. Nick gets 2, Cryptic gets 1, and now suddenly the C site is open once again. Sticky Joe gets picked off, and now it's all just down to Doggo. Doggo gets the headshot at least on Cryptic, but Minecrafter knows exactly, wants to challenge it, knows exactly where he is, and that challenge is successful as Minecrafter brings him down, and that brings their total to 12 now. And with that force, Team Pudding won't even have a full buy here, so I don't know if they can get much else. It looks like this is going to be a very, very clean game from Team Pocky. To be honest with you guys, there's really nothing much to break down here other than the fact that Team Pocky is ready to play, and if there's any time to step it up as a team, it's definitely now, with the playoffs coming in so soon. With this win from Team Pocky, they are guaranteed to be at least top 3. They cannot be 4th place, which means that they will avoid the Puffs in the first round. Whereas for Puddings, tomorrow is a must win for them if they want a chance to go 3rd. Otherwise, they will be 4th for sure. Let's see what they can do here. Minecrafter is going to peek through. Looks like Toby is going to win that one. Now Sticky Joe will be able to pick up Para, so that's a good start for them. But with Minecrafter bringing it, killing off Yen, it will bring it back to an even man. And now it's down to a 3v3. Sticky Joe will spot out Flare, knows exactly where Flare is, but it looks like Flare will be able to get away from here. And Cryptic has an idea of where the rest of Team Pudding might be. Doggo will be able to pick off 2 though on the flank, so that's huge. And now it's all just down to Cryptic. Now Puddings have to close this out to keep playing in this game, and it looks like Doggo will carry the team on his back, getting a nice 3k there to bring Team Pudding's scoreline to 3. But they still have a lot of rounds to win, a lot of things to go through if they want to bring this back. And if you're Pockys, you just have to play this slow. You don't want to force, but it looks like they have other plans. They want to go for the Odin here. So 3 people will go for the Odin. The other 2 will just chill, and Flare doesn't even want to bring a gun. He's gonna play the pacifist role at this in this round. So let's see what they do. Oh, this is gonna be very ugly. Cryptic already manages to pick off Doggo here, and that's huge. The aggression did not work out for him. Para is going to push through. Now Sticky Joe is just going to molly this one out. Knows exactly where Pockys want to go, but he's just going to get sprayed through. And now it's down to a 3v3. Dawn and Yen manages to pick up one each though. But this is still a man advantage for Team Pocky, and with that, it's all just down to Toby. Toby manages to pick off one. Let's see if Toby can get anything else. We'll pick off Flare. Can Toby clutch this? Oh my gosh, Toby with the 3k there. An absolute disrespect by Team Pocky, punished by Toby and Puddings. And Puddings will have another lifeline in this game. Man, 2 clutches back to back from 2 different players, and oh my gosh, this is looking kind of insane right now from Team Pudding. Okay, Team Pocky needs to relax here because they don't want to start throwing this. Team Pudding can definitely pick it up with this momentum, and you don't want a close game. I don't think Team Pocky are sweating too much yet, but they definitely need to start taking this a little bit more seriously to close this out. But Sticky Joe is just going to be retreating. Now Sticky Joe is going to be pushing through. Looks like the judge will only get 1, but Yen will get 2 right there. Dawn will spray them through. So now Team Pocky is down to a 2v3 right now. Para and Flare, they will get Seaside at least, so they will get the plant down, but question is what can they get from here. Para is going to be holding side. Oh my gosh, that's huge. Oh, but Doggo is just too clean, and Doggo will close it out on Flare. And okay, Team Pudding, you know, despite being on the brink of losing this, will be able to clutch this one out and get their 5th round. And you know, if you're Team Pocky, oh, kind of scary here because their economy is also looking kind of staggered right now. So this means that they either have to all decide to save together, or they can keep on forcing here and not ever have a full buy round for the entire team. Looks like finally they decide to go for a half buy, except for Flare, who's just bringing out the big guns. No, it looks like the whole team is bringing out the big guns. Para and probably Nick will bring out the little guns, but this is still very scary. I'm going to start, if Team Pocky is going to continue disrespecting like this, suddenly I see a way for Team Pudding to bring this back. Let's see what they can do. Para is going to teleport back site. Doggo will pick off Cryptic though in the tree or in the grass area. We'll peek out for more, but Para on the flank will catch out Dawn, and Nick will pick off Doggo. And now suddenly it's down to a 5v2, and it's looking really grim for Team Pudding now. They're going to have to pull off a miracle at this point to come back. Sticky Joe and Yen, let's see what they can do here. They know that it's going to be a C plant, but Cryptic is already in mid, sees the gun barrel of Sticky Joe, and I think they're just gonna get mowed down here. He knows exactly where they're coming from. Sticky Joe will get that pick on Cryptic, but Minecrafter will close it out in a pretty convincing fashion by Team Pocky, despite the little hiccup there. So GG's to them, and now they will secure at least 3rd place going into the playoffs. A very amazing, a very impressive game from them, and I'm amazed with what they're able to do against Team Pudding today.